Alright, hello and welcome to Let's Play Remember Me. I'm PA and this is Systematic. You want to go by Systematic for the
Yeah, you can call me that or Tyler.
tie works? Alright.
All the-
So, Remember Me was a game released about mid-2013 that was kind of okay, not really. Anyway, we're going to be playing through the whole game from start, 100%, and for the purpose of the LP, I'm going to have two different runs. There's going to be one where we talk during cutscenes, and one where I just cut that out, and it's just going to be uploaded separately to the channel, so...
After our boat sank,
I hope you like really cheesy commercials.
I'm all for it.
Okay.
Oh, is that how it starts out?
Yes, it starts with a really cheesy commercial. Like, you know those kind of games and movies that start with like joke commercials? Like Tropic Thunder or something?
Yeah.
Imagine
funny.
if that was terrible. You've got about what this is.
And he smiled, and
So basically,
we hit the switch together, and then
this is going over like, yeah, it really is
So
that
far,
bad.
so good.
So far, so great, right?
for the first time,
Um,
I was
so
really all
basically,
his love for me. It
You get the basic gist of it. People can share memories now,
almost hurt.
Right.
and people can remember things perfectly if everything goes without any software issues. And while you do get really sappy stuff like this guy is probably my favorite of the testimonials. Also, yeah, there are technically subtitles. They're just kind of small because of the resolution. Oh yeah, and there was a war. This takes place in 2084.
Oh, I thought he was speaking as though he remembered a war from the past.
Well, no, it is. It's his memory, and he can share it with his kids.
Oh.
Yeah, right. There was a giant war. Like, I think it was between Russia and Canada or something. I'll have to look up the exact
The
thing later.
world's superpowers, of course.
But basically, the world... Oh yeah, and this is the thing. There it is. You see it? It's right there. Oh man. But basically, the world got fucked over by global warming, and in the year 2045, there were maybe 4.5 billion humans alive. Total.
Okay.
And that's just an estimated census, but... Yeah, so Memorize is the big company, and we're going to start with episode 0, naturally. Introduction episode. Yeah, they each have a title, but it cuts off after like half a second, so you can't really see it. And meet our protagonist.
Well, this looks uncomfortable.
She's the one writhing on the ground in pain, you know. Oh, and then
Oh.
Shadow shows. Yeah.
Thieving of memories? Is that the idea? Mm-hmm. They're stealing memories?
They're not stealing them; they're wiping them from her. You don't know why yet, but apparently, you know, that's a thing they can do when all your memories are digitally carried in a holographic projection at the back of your head. Actually, I'm pretty sure that's not even necessary. Like the thing, like the actual Sensen. By the way, it's called a Sensen.
Okay.
Is technically like a subdermal implant that's connected to your nervous system. So there's no reason for the holographic interface.
Yeah, there's kind of a reason. You gotta know who's Sensen and who's not.
Actually, that's kind of never brought up in game, but in source material... Oh, by the way, her name is Nilin, and she shouldn't be remembering that.
Damn. Now that's a first.
Yeah, see, he's kind of angry about that one.
Not to worry. We'll
So,
straighten
some
it
of her
out.
memories survived the wipe,
What year is it?
and that
Ooh.
shouldn't be happening.
It's 20.
Naturally, this is the protagonist. And also, as you may notice, our protagonist is a woman.
Oh, yeah.
For most people, this doesn't actually mean anything. But it was, for some reason, a huge thing when this game came out. Like, they didn't want to produce a game where the main character was a woman? In the year 2013, for some particular reason? Like, oh, by the way, his name is Quaid. I'm pretty sure that's a reference.
To what?
Start the reactor! Quaid.
Oh, is...
Total Recall. Another memory-based...
Does this have a lot of allusions to
It has a
Total
lot
Recall?
of allusions to different movies, not just Total Recall.
Okay.
But it has a lot... Like, technically this takes place in 2084, which the directors have stated was a direct allusion to 1984.
Kinda like it.
Yeah,
So
it's
far,
pretty
so
cool.
good.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, this is the introduction to controls.
Oh, so it's like mash X to stand up.
No, not quite. But QuickTime events play quite well in the later parts.
Okay.
So raise your head, and then you can use the right C stick or the right control stick to look around, like at this robot.
Okay.
because it's the future, a lot of things are very white chrome and glass, and there's a lot of robots around.
Right. So, is the gameplay of this kind of like a Heavy Rain?
No, it's not. It is
interactive
a beat 'em up combat style with platforming elements.
Okay.
And I asked you beforehand, you said you've never played God Hand. Have you ever seen any gameplay from God Hand?
I think if there was a second, possibly.
There was no
run
God
around.
Hand 2.
Okay, then yes, I have seen God Hand.
Okay, you have seen God Hand.
You kind of run around and...
Yeah, you run around and you beat things up and they're finishing moves and it's all really, really fucking awesome. This game takes a couple of prompts from God Hand, but doesn't really do it quite as well as it did.
Okay.
Like, in God Hand, there were customizable attack combos with different moves. Oh, by the way, we have a phone in our head. Because the Sensen can do that too. Basically, the Sensen is either really high-end technology or magic, depending on what the game needs it to be.
I mean, a phone in the head is high-end technology.
A phone to the head is high-end technology, but it starts to get kind of ridiculous once you start to get into the abilities you have.
Okay.
And technically there are explanations for it. By the way, check out this sweet chair.
Please stand in line and wait for your turn before sitting.
Oh,
Sitting down on the chair.
the chair. The chair that is currently completely and painfully doing something to that guy's head. And they
And
just
then it
kind of
takes you
disappeared.
away.
And the chair comes back up empty.
Okay.
Why not, you know? And please step forward. Why, sure, that looked fine. I think I'll sit in that chair next.
Nilin, can you hear me?
Okay, so
So-
meet mission control.
Brain me.
Okay.
Don't let them do it. I need to create a diversion. Be ready to move when I say.
Are you ready to move?
I'm ready to move.
Okay, good.
Listen to if you want to live.
Okay, that's not an answer. Can I just say, who are you? I'm the voice you have to listen to. That's bullshit. And I don't appreciate it.
At this point, though, it doesn't look like you have many options.
Well, I could
just-
either listen to the disembodied voice or sit in the chair of fun. Oh, fun chair shut off halfway.
Temporary quarantine established. Thank you for your patience.
Oh, and there are holographic signs everywhere. Those aren't actually holographic, they're projected directly into your brain.
Yeah, that was my next question.
Yeah, no, they're actually, the game does a lot of cool stuff in that respect. Up to and including what you'd expect, like there are advertisements for that sort of stuff. But
Oh,
basically the
no.
world has changed. No, not many. They're
No,
just
I'm
like,
just-
side.
I'm concerned that in the future, if this were to happen, advertisers would be everywhere in your mind.
Well, they'd have to buy space in the world. Oh, by the way, check out this sweet-ass robot. Oh, sorry, never mind. Check out these feet.
Feet almost as awesome as robot.
Not quite. There we go, sweet-ass robot. Check that thing out.
Do you occupy that robot?
Regrettably not. You never occupy the robot. So, yeah. Well, that was a nice robot. I think I'll just leave uneventfully. Nah, fuck that.
In restricted area.
Coercive unit deployed. I love that they call it a coercive unit.
Yeah, that is pretty great. That's 1984 ass. Now that you
Coercive
mention
unit.
it.
Hello, I wish to convince you to return to your cell. Stop running from me. I wish to show you my excellent dentistry. So yes, this is the very first, like, threatening sequence of the game. This sort of thing never happens again, running down a hallway while a wall is behind you. You just have to do that. If you pass that red line, it's immediate death.
Okay.
So now you just slide into an air vent, which the machine can't go into because it's a large-ass machine.
That was a pretty big vent.
It is a pretty big vent. I mean, you'd think that the Bastille would have better security.
Got to keep.
By the way, this is La Bastille,
Interesting.
like the famous French prison. This entire thing takes place in France. The whole
Right.
game. It was originally written in French too, which makes the English dialogue kind of wonky.
So far, it's not too bad.
It's
though.
not too bad, but there are a couple parts where it just gets really iffy. Or a couple parts where, like, the timing is slightly off because they had to sync it to the actions that were happening on screen.
Okay, I could see that.
Yeah, not much. By the way, check out this sweet boss arena.
Slide into a casket.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Alright, did you see a lot of it? I hope you like that boss arena because we're leaving now. I bet you were expecting the robot to come back.
Yes.
No.
How
so,
naive of me.
No, yeah, so basically we're just going to climb into a giant coffin and get carted away to who knows where, wherever the coffins go. I mean, this could be an incinerator for all we know.
But we trusted the...
We trusted the voice on the headphone.
Okay.
I'm just gonna call it the fucking phone. Forget it.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, there's really nothing to it. It's a phone. So, this game also has quotes at the beginning of every chapter
Very inspirational.
that vaguely represent what you're going to be doing. And it has a cutscene at the beginning of every single chapter as well.
Okay.
For most cutscenes, they're going to be taking place in the room of pretentious dialogue, but this one is just going to be inside the coffin.
I need to get out of here. Get me out of here now.
Calm down. My name is Edge. You have to trust me, sis.
Sis is not literal, it's just term of endearment sort of thing. I mean, she does have a fair point.
Yeah.
Okay, but now Edge is going to drop some exposition.
A corporation that has digitized and commoditized memories. They call it Sensen technology, and the world is addicted to it. You follow.
Yes.
You were a
Very
memory
accepting
hunter.
thus far.
Okay.
Okay, and this is actually one of the cool things. One of the things that they suggest about the game is that the increase in digital memory has increased the demand for people to actually start stealing memories from people's technology. Like important memories, things that they can know. Like someone wants to know the key code to the door of our house. I don't know why.
Okay.
This is all very interesting, but I really
But
have to
there
get
is some
out of this
specific
coffin.
technology required, and it can only be used like 1 in every 10,000 people, which doesn't seem that accurate considering apparently there's something like 60 people just in the revolution. I mean, like, you'd expect that someone who'd be able to use this technology would also work for the side that wants to continue the technology. But we never hear about, like, we hear about one person on the antagonist side, the side of the company, who can use this glove. Or maybe two. Oh, and I said glove, but we haven't even seen the glove yet. Yeah. Point is, so we're just going to be sailing down the river here.
Oh, in beautiful Neo-Paris.
Beautiful Neo-Paris, yeah. It's the second Paris after the first one got rocked by Tremora explosives, which sound like... Oh, by the way, say hello to splicers.
Really?
No, not really. They're called leapers, but they're pretty much splicers.
Right.
Look at those fucked up Sensen. And faces. for that
Symmetry,
matter.
dear Steinman. We must do something about symmetry.
Oh my god. So yeah, these guys are leapers, and they're basically like monstrous humanoids.
And they're addicted to memories?
Addicted to the memory, like, changing and that sort of stuff. Like, implanting other people's memories and reliving those. So, I bet you're wondering, like, how does the Sensen cause them to undergo severe physical mutation in such a manner?
Now that you mention it, that is curious.
Well, you see, the explanation is very simple. Fuck you. That's why we
Okay.
needed an enemy for the game.
No, that's great. That's a satisfying explanation.
Yeah,
Thank
like,
you.
they have no idea why. I do like the little thing. You can actually, like, see where the Sensen supposedly is, like, at the back of the head.
Yeah.
And that's where, like, his head is kind of bulbous. Yeah, so they have kind of a, they have a commune sort of thing going on.
So are they trying to save him, or are they trying to...
No, they're trying to save him. The Leapers take care of their own.
Interesting.
They're just, you know, certifiably fucking insane.
And not the first face that you'd want to see.
Exactly. She's reacting, you know, just remarkably well for this being the first thing that she sees, because she
Yeah.
can't remember anything, remember. So
Except her name.
Except her name. I love how she immediately figures this shit out, though. It's like, oh, monstrous humanoids, they're asking me if I'm a friend. Okay, so combat. Basically, you can dodge, and dodging is exceptionally important. I can't speak, evidently.
Don't worry
Especially
about it.
important. Oh, by the way, and... Welcome to the Combo Lab. This is where you will build all of your attack combos. What this game does is it gives you a set number of press-ins, which you can see on the right there, which are attacking moves. Right now we only have damage. Eventually they'll get other effects as well.
Okay.
But what you do is you have to build up your combos. You go from like 3 to 8 hits eventually. And right now we're just going to build a basic damage combo. The timing is exactly the same on every single move. So all you have to do is just hit X or eventually Y in pattern. If you dodge over an enemy, you'll continue your combo. But if you dodge away from an enemy or just stop hitting them and run, you will lose your combo. And this is important for later things. Like if you see there, I hit X twice, but when I swapped targets, it actually swapped it. Health is in the bottom left-hand corner. I am on the hardest difficulty, so enemies are going to be dealing a lot of damage. Like, I used to have 5 chunks of orange juice there, and now I only have 4.
Could you just drink more orange juice? Replenish it?
Eventually, sort of.
Okay.
But
Leapers.
for now,
Miserable
yeah, so
cast-offs left
leapers.
to rot in the depths of Neo-Paris.
Also not an answer as to what they are.
Stress, more like.
Like, Edge is good at that sort of
Abandoned
thing.
Children of our Sensen age. Simply humans like you or I.
Okay, so just to clarify the plot,
Yeah.
Something we are
you
meant to
wake up,
fear.
no memories, but you remember your name.
Justification for the error
This guy knows that you don't know anything, and he's like, I guess I'll teach you?
No,
And
he's
help
like,
you?
I guess you don't know anything, but you're about to get your brain wiped, and I don't want that to happen for whatever reason.
Okay. So it's minimally explained. so
Yes,
far.
it's minimally explained. That's kind of the thing. It's just like here you show up. Memory manipulation's a thing. By the way, these are SAT stations. They're health stations. They fill you to full whenever you find one, and they're fucking everywhere. Like if you don't die in a single fight, chances are you'll find a health station.
Go find Headache Tommy. I told him you were back in the game.
If that is an extremely like that sounds like it'd be something out of a film noir.
Yeah.
All right, go find Headache Tommy. I told you you're back in the game. Now give him the briefcase. He's gonna take you to Leaper Lou. That's not actually a character. I felt I should clarify. Leaper Lou is not a character. So
So he's
yeah.
the one related to Big Lenny, right?
Oh right, no, yeah, Big Lenny's little brother.
No.
Okay, so now they have a picture of Nilin, which is kind of odd because like supposedly there's no information about her. Like she was so good that she was basically the Jason Bourne of memory hunting. And then they caught her doing something.
Whoa.
So-
This is the Born idea.
Yeah. Basic plot. Okay, so this is a Mnesist memory. Fuck the pronunciation. Every single time. But there are like 50 of these throughout the game or something like that will give you backstory on the world. Like, it's how I know so much about what the fuck's going on. Because otherwise, I'd have
Yeah.
the plot line to go on and nothing else. By the way, I hope you like those robot faces. that
Which
were
robot faces?
They were hanging from a thing over there.
Oh,
Robots are a thing now.
Edge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who is this Tommy guy?
Tommy
Oh,
was
by the way, I hope
first
you also like the way that the
memory
camera
of
angles
those
will
faithful
conspicuously
ones.
try to include her ass in every single shot of the game.
Yeah, no, so far it's pretty good.
Yeah, no, every single shot. I'm not even kidding. Like, there'll be times when I am actively trying to fight the camera to not show ass. So we could go out there, but instead we're going to descend deeper into the dark, crashed train
Oh,
to
yes.
find another collectible.
Collectible.
Yeah, all of the collectibles are this way. They're just hidden slightly out of the path. Except for like a few which are just blatant, here, just fucking take it, we're done. So there's a guy on that seat who we're not going to pay any attention to. And one other thing this game loves is large, sweeping cinematic shots.
Could be worse.
Yeah, no. And I mean, they do a very good job with the environment for this game. Like, the entire game looks really nice. There is a definite aesthetic that they wanted to achieve, and I think they landed it. This aesthetic, as it so happens, features shitloads of sheet metal in anywhere that is not developed. Like, just absolutely everywhere. But yeah, as you were saying, advertisers everywhere. Like, drones will actively seek you out for advertisements. This is never expanded upon, but it's a pretty cool idea.
Also a scary world to live in.
Just imagine you're just walking down the street. Okay, so yeah, now we've got a couple of leapers hanging out, nothing really much. We're just going to chill out, take in the sights, and of course we've got television, which will give us a little bit of an update. This one is telling us about Olga Sedova, whoever she is,
Okay.
who's trying to hunt down Nilin, because she's a bounty hunter. This is all the backstory we get on Olga Sedova before she shows up for real. I'm not even kidding. That's literally it. You get one television screen, and then suddenly you have a bounty hunter on your tail. Okay, so these are... Oh, the game is actually about to explain it, if I'm not mistaken. The game gives you a pretty cool way of dealing with health and energy upgrades. It actually gives you a picture of where it is, and then tells you, go find where this picture is. So we can actually see the door that was in the picture right there. So if we turn to the right, it's on the garbage pile, just where it was in the picture. Now, this is all well and good. It's technically explained like another errorist left that for the... By the way, they're called errorists. She's part of an organization called Errorists. Like, it's one letter off. And she doesn't think, nah, this doesn't sound like the best thing for me to be doing. I just woke up. Let me go ahead and become a, just terrorist. Okay, so we're going to find a new enemy type here. We're also going to get cutscene power, because that guy just took off most of our health in a single hit.
You are dangerously low on
So,
health.
once again, back to the Sensen menu. Now, we've unlocked our 5-hit combo. And what we've gotten are regen presents. Regen presents will actually recover health when you hit something. And the length of the combo that you do actually determines how powerful what you do will be, if that makes sense. Like, the further along you place a regen present into a combo, the more you're going to heal. The further along you place a damage present, the more damage you're going to deal. So a lot of the combat in this game is just keep up your combo, flip around enemies, and then hit them out. That's pretty much it. We're also gaining PMP whenever we hit an enemy, procedural mastering points if I'm not mistaken. The more PMP you get, you eventually unlock more presents. Okay. And you do get a bit of a choice for what to unlock, but it doesn't allow you to do everything. And one last note during this fight is that it's actually... Sorry, you about to say?
Yeah, so are you pressing different buttons to do the healing versus damage?
Yes. If you look back on the present menu, and this will come up again, the combos have pre-assigned buttons to them.
Oh, okay.
And you have to match these buttons to do the combos. And you only have a certain number of, like, X and Y for each type of present, like 3 maximum of each, except for one special one, which only gets 2 of each.
Okay.
So you can't make a full combo entirely out of one present.
Oh. No pure damage.
Well, I mean, we can, technically. We have a pure damage one right now. It's just only 3 hits long.
Right.
So, we're going to continue along the... By the way, garbage is everywhere. Like, I understand it's a slum, but this is absolutely ridiculous. Like, you cannot go a foot without encountering something.
It's like Paris today, just a little more hyperbolized.
Yeah, okay, also, I couldn't seem to pick up this Mnesist Memory for some reason, so I just decided to hop on top of it.
Good hopping there.
Yeah, definitely. That actually, hopping like that saved me the pickup animation, which saved at least 15 frames.
No, that was good.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm lying, there's no pickup animation.
Oh.
So we've got an advertisement from Headache Tommy, the guy who we're supposed to go find out about. And of course, we're just going to scare off a poor leaper who's just trying to catch a nap underneath that cart.
How cruel.
Yeah. So yeah, Tommy's just saying like, hey, are you miserable? Well, that kind of sucks for you. My life sucks too. Come on over here, we'll drink together. It'll be fine. A good way to advertise bars. So we get another, we get another memory here. And some of them aren't going to be immediately evident. Like this one I had the hardest time finding in the game proper. I actually just found it by accident. The first time I ever played through. And that you'll find that sometimes just exploring as much as you can is going to be the way to find these. Whereas other times they're just complete bullshit and you're not going to be able to anyway. Mm-hmm. So enemies are just going to drop in out of nowhere occasionally. But a good thing to note here is you can, if there are edges, knock them off of it. This is only really important in 2 fights in the game.
Okay.
But it's good to note. Also, here's the basics of unlocking. We've only got one thing we can unlock, and we've got one press-in key. So we're going to go ahead and unlock damage. And now that we've unlocked damage, we can put that into our combo to extend it and give it an extra, like, bit of oomph. I don't know why I did that. Apparently I wanted my combo to look cooler. Like, because they all do have different animations, technically, but none of them do anything. So now we have a 4-hit combo and a 3-hit combo. The 4-hit combo is mostly for healing, and the 3-hit combo is just quick damage. So, yeah, here's the upgrade. And if you'll notice, this looks nearly nothing like what we saw before.
Honestly.
Like, there's just about nothing to suggest that there's a sat hatch over there to the right, but we're not going to do that. And I will give the game this. Its music is pretty interesting. It goes kind of like a glitch route with some of its tunes. Like,
Get off of me!
by the way, that's completely improbable. But, like, the music will occasionally, like, bug out for a second, and that's not the game bugging out. That's genuinely the music, like, vaguely repeating once or twice. And
interesting.
Yeah, it sort of works. The only really the only big qualm I have with the music is that the combat theme, one particular combat theme, can repeat fairly easily. So yeah, now we see some Leapers attacking regular people.
Regular people.
Regular people. They actually exist.
Oh no.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
nobody.
also look at this compelling dialogue. They make
Okay,
no
so-
sense. Yeah, they're kind of, oh, this guy's pretty chuffy. Also, his Sensen is fucked beyond measure.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a
So,
good
yeah.
way to tell who's a boss-like figure.
Exactly. And that's the funny thing about the Leapers, is they literally just get bigger and tougher the better they are, or the longer they're Leapers. So his dialogue, too, is extremely compelling. Thank you for the subtitle, by the way, or I would not have quite figured out what he was saying here. So this is a Skinner Leaper. Skinners are basically the elite enemy of the Leaper Horde. I completely failed to dodge there. They will block your attacks unless you use power presence to break their guard. And no matter what you hit them with, after 6 hits they will automatically hit back with a strong attack. You can't dodge over them, so it will break your combo, regardless of circumstance. So I just decided to reorient my presence just a little bit here, get a little bit of healing, but more damage in my other combo. Because one of the things you need to do is defeat every enemy around a Skinner before you can even hit the Skinner. And this can be a bit of a problem in later fights, or even in early fights.
Oh man, I like the ear slap.
Yeah, the ear slap's pretty good. So Skinners will hang on walls, things like that, but the thing about the complete invulnerability is that it can be a real pain if someone's standing right next to him.
I see.
Because the auto-targeting can sometimes be a little bit off,
Oh no.
which is not too great. But once you knock out all the other enemies, as I said, once you knock out all the... Oh, for fuck's sake. Once you knock out all the other enemies,
He was like hiding inside the other guy.
the Skinner powers down and he can actually be hurt, but he still has his auto counter after 6 hits.
Okay.
So I decided to do some acrobatic flips just to celebrate the fact that I can now actually hit him in the face. But
Nice dodge.
yeah, thank you. Dodging away from is pretty much the only way you can go.
Okay.
So
The Leapers are attacking
we'll see
citizens.
more of them later in the game, and they do just... You need to kill everything around them that is a Leaper before you can hit them.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically Leapers are attacking people because sweet, delicious memories,
Right?
of course. And we're just going to intuitively know to get this crane. By the way, the arrow, the progress arrow, is actually projected by our Sensen within universe to give us the best possible route to our directive.
Hey,
By the way-
it's the future of Google Maps.
Yeah, by the way, you see this thing cutting through here for you?
Yeah.
You know, just this giant pile of sheet metal. That robot was cutting it off, and now it's gonna leave. No explanation. Remember her, by the way. The Reconversion Project. Something about the Leaper threat and being able to fix it.
Okay.
And some woman's talking to us about it.
So in this future, everybody has a Sensen.
Most everybody, those who don't, are considered second-class citizens. And we never see anybody in this game who doesn't.
Okay. We don't deal with those kind.
Well, we just don't see them. Like, there's never a person who doesn't have a Sensen. But given the population of the world in this year, it's probably a bit easier to maintain. Because the population was not just rocked by war. Like, when the polar ice caps melted... By the way, the polar ice caps have melted.
Right.
The whole world flooded and hurricanes started going off just continuously. So everywhere in the world is pretty fucked.
Sounds like a nice place to live in.
Yeah, pretty much. By the way, Edge's picture is on a wall, so apparently he's famous.
Oh. Is he like the leader of the
Yeah, he's the leader of La
Resistance?
Resistance, and the only one that didn't get caught.
So he's rebuilding his...
Exactly, and he's
army
starting
now.
with us, his number 1.
I mean, we are the best so far.
Yeah, so far, we're about the only competent member of anything. Actually, no, I lied. We're not the only one that didn't get caught. Or if we were, this guy became an errorist after we did, but we're not going to meet him for a while. So this place is just chock full of goodies. We're going to ignore that health pack for a second. Just go over here to grab an extra Mnesist Memory. Something about technology. That was probably about the... I don't know. Probably about the Sensen or something like that. Anyway, that screen was going to show us the health pack over here. We're going to pick up like 5 collectibles in about 60 seconds.
Okay, and that's health
Yeah,
boost?
sat patches are health boosts. They're pieces of heart. You
Got it.
find 5 of them, like in Twilight Princess or something like that, because
Oh,
everything else
okay.
is 4. You get a new piece of art. So there's a sneaky Mnesist hiding behind a wall there. I'm going to vary my pronunciation of that throughout the entire game, by the way. It's never going to stay solid. And then I can't remember where the picture for this one is, but I just know where it is every time. Because we're going to ignore this catwalk and we're going to go around the corner and we're going to ignore the robot hooker and just grab the health pack that's lying right next to her.
Oh. Pardon me, ma'am.
Yeah, just they're going to take that.
Hopefully
about
that
now.
wasn't yours.
Technically, how they explain the SAT patches is they actually, like, SAT stations are nanomachines that heal up any small injuries you have, like anything we're going to be getting in this game. And SAT patches are actual, like, injections of nanomachines that stay in your body and increase your physical resilience permanently.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Also, we're going to just kick down these metal boards because we can. And we're going to continue through here where we are going to turn into an angel.
What?
Oh no, never mind. That happens next time. Anyway, so we are going to get a sneak peek of what is probably my favorite power in the game.
So wait,
Right here.
It flashed white, then you just
It
did
did a
something?
flashback, and then we hit the ground and everybody else got dizzy.
Okay. So she remembered
What was that?
something from her past.
She remembered something from her past that allows her to hit the ground and make people dizzy.
Seems useful.
Oh, never mind. I lied. There's a little bit about Olga Sedova right here. There's a picture of her. So if you're paying attention, she shows up occasionally. Oh, by the way, here's a delivery to the Leaking Brain, right on time. And they are really Johnny on the spot with these ads, right? Either this was taken before we were captured, or they got that out in like a half hour.
Yeah.
So, one of the two. By the way, if you drop here, it is immediate death.
Okay.
Even though there's like technically floor below you, the game doesn't care. Like, look, I think I can drop down to that next bar. I think.
Don't you fuck. Oh.
And there I go. It's done. No, you can't go down there. Game stops you. So, yeah. There's that. You just, so we're going to actually go the way we're supposed to go this time. Just lots of jumping between platforms like this. Very convenient fall there.
Yeah.
Shows up right next to another ledge for you to grab.
Yeah,
and
it
just
lines
not
up
disturb-
flush.
Yeah, it's just completely flush. Also, there's some French graffiti all around the place. To err is human. It shows up in both English and French.
Oh, nice.
And also, there have got to be environmental hazards, things like that. One of the things that really starts right after this running sequence that we're about to see,
Okay.
is Nilin starts talking to herself when she needs a confidence boost. For no particular reason other than talking to herself because she needs a
You can
confidence
do
boost.
it. I'm the best.
Pretty much. Oh, and then you jump across to a ladder. Very dramatic cinematic scene there.
Yeah. That was a short little runaway.
Yeah, seriously, that's it. But yeah, most of those are just one-way gates,
Okay.
just to cut off your progress. Now, we could go up there to the roof like it wants us to, or, if you look, there's another area we can go down here. If we hop up, we get another memory. And a graffiti of a woman holding a brain. No apparent reason.
Interesting.
Also, it has some graffiti in French. I'm sure it's absolutely poetic, whatever it means. Or it's just something like, fuck the system. I really
I mean,
have no
poetic in
idea.
its own right.
Oh, by the way, wide sweeping shot of the city. Again.
Yes.
Except this one's of the Leaking Brain.
And it actually looks like there are nicer parts of the city.
Yeah, there are. We're in a slum.
Okay.
Slum 404.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder if that's like the American numbering system.
The first 403 just decided to go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
They keep trying to get rid of them and they keep coming back. No, but I'm sure Slum 404 is just a reference to the error code.
Oh, error 4.
Error 404, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. Because this whole thing is about, like, for people losing and gaining memories and things like that. And most losing memories in this game is like a 404 error with the brain. By the way, I hope you like the view of an upgrade in this cutscene since it's rendered in-engine on the right-hand side.
Hey, there it is.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're at the Leaking Brain, and you're supposed to pay attention to that sign. And then our Sensen pops up with a handy identifier that guy running the bar is Headache Tommy. I don't know why that screen's there, considering we just could have seen it a second ago.
Right.
So yeah, extra chunk to your health gauge, and we get another cube of orange.
Yeah, there it goes.
Yeah, perfect. Alright, I'm just going to walk around the bar and talk to the lovely patrons here. You know, the prison outfit. Nobody
Right.
recognizes this as prison stuff, either.
But it doesn't look like prison.
Which, now that I think about it, actually sort of makes sense, because within the context of the scenario, La Bastille is kind of secretive. Also, a nice touch with the Sensen is that actually sort of reacts to people, like how much they're doing. Like, this guy's Sensen is flashing and tiny because he's, like, all fucked up in the head and drunk.
Yeah.
And Leapers are, like, blacked out gray and glitching. So this is Headache Tommy, and he's probably one of the cooler characters in the game. We're gonna see him, like, twice.
Hey, he knows you.
Yeah, he knows you. You don't know him.
Okay.
And he gives you a nice, wonderful hug. He's very happy to see you. He's like a surrogate father figure, and you're just like, well, that sucks.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry.
Pretty face.
Very pretty face.
We all lost bits and pieces in the war. But you're free, sweetheart.
And then he touches his face. Like, apparently he got injured in the war.
Okay.
And
is the war recent?
No, I think the war that he's talking about is the war against Memorized, like the terrorists versus the company.
Oh, like current.
Yeah, like the actual war that took place, I think, was in the early 2030s, 2040s. And that was before everything got... well, it was, like, while everything was getting fucked by the polarized caps.
Got it. Oh, is that the
Oh,
bounty
yes,
hunter?
we get a wonderful shot of Bounty Hunter ass, and then it cuts again.
Nice.
That's literally just... here's a very intimidating figure.
Yes. With a little bit of intimidating music.
A little
too.
bit of intimidating music, just so you know that you're supposed to be scared.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, the French really know how to make games with ass shots.
That's gotta be true, yeah, no. This was Capcom, by the way,
Oh,
in case you didn't spot that.
I didn't.
So, this glove is ours. Customized for us, by us, for use. Only by us.
They do to you.
Okay.
Oh yeah, what did they do to Tommy? Out of nowhere.
Down there. In La Bastille.
This is the first reference to the fact that it's La Bastille, by the way.
Okay.
I think.
I had to
Maybe.
stay.
No, there was a few things that saying she broke out La Bastille earlier. So yeah, Tommy got in the chair,
Well then,
and he can't remember
Let's get you
pretty much
changed.
anything prior to that.
your combat
But he
skill
got better.
is in the locker.
No,
So-
he built up afterwards. This is all post-chair Tommy, is all
Right.
he remembers.
But
So it is
still, it doesn't,
possible.
like, lobotomize you.
No, it
essentially.
just wipes your memories. They have different machines for lobotomizing you.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so your combat skin is a pair of thigh-high armor boots, a tiny jacket,
Stylish.
and a V-neck shirt.
Hopefully
Like-
the deepest V you
No,
could
no,
think
no.
of.
It's a pretty shallow V, thankfully. Because and jeans. Can't forget the jeans.
Big advantage with the natives is they cut
So yeah, armor boots, jeans,
Jeans.
glove,
risk of
tiny shirt, and like it's a weird V. It's like a rupee shape,
It
and then
is.
curves back around the neck.
Is she dangerous?
determined.
Oh yeah, so
The slum inside
Olga
out.
Sedova is hunting us. By the way, here's Olga Sedova,
Typical
and she's actually talking to us right now. Hold on. She's talking, and he just noticed she was there. Like 2 good sentences full of dialogue, and he just noticed them.
Tommy's just, like, chilling over there.
And then here we get something really cool. This was the main selling feature of the game, and with good reason. It's really fucking cool.
So you
We
grab
are-
her on the back with your special glove.
No, we don't grab her. We like put our hand out and like electro tentacles like grab onto her Sensen
Dear
hologram.
God.
Yeah, like it's well, and they're all Sensen projections, right?
Mhm.
And then we remix memories.
So you're gonna make her an ally.
Yes, that is exactly what we're doing, but we have to find the right place to do it. And all of this is kind of suggesting that most of the stuff that goes on with the remixing memories and the making them believe what you wanted them to believe takes place behind the scenes, but there's one really big scene every time that you have to change.
Okay.
So we get a little bit of first-person perspective at the very beginning, and then it forgets about that for the rest of the cutscene. So yeah, apparently her husband is not doing too well, so they are transferring memories. From her to him.
Has a good chance of healing your husband, Mrs. Sedova.
By the way, here's Quaid again.
Memories have an extremely
The
That's
guy, that was,
Quaid?
the guy that was going... Yeah, his picture was up at the very beginning of the game.
Oh man.
syndrome that
Dr. Quaid shows up a couple of times, so... I think they just wanted to reuse the model, to be completely honest.
deletions,
Okay, so basically her husband has been,
triggers,
yeah, kind of fucking around with his head a bit too much. He's been implanting foreign memories, things like that, and it's been messing him up quite a bit. like
Okay.
what he used to do. Technically, they're a pair of bounty hunters, and this is all explained in backstory text.
Got it.
But basically, her husband would inject himself with the memories of the people that they hunted to try to better understand how they work.
These endorphins should lubricate the process.
Okay.
Right, and it's not only dangerous, it's technically, I think, illegal. And he knows that it is a high risk of addiction. And he started the leaper thing going on,
Yeah.
too. So, you
I
can
mean,
see
just
that
because you gotta be.
you gotta be patchy if you're going to be... So yeah, transfers all the memories. He's doing alright. He's doing a little bit better. They gave him some sedatives. Everything's okay. And he's going to need a lot more treatments. By the way, there's a picture of a falafel in the back there. Like, one of the happy memories that she transferred is a picture of a falafel.
Remember that time, honey, where we had that delicious.
By the
falafel?
way, this is going to cost a lot. Oh, here, by the way, here is an advertisement for a £300,000 bounty on Nilin.
So it's kind of just.
So she
right time, right
needs
place.
to capture us and bring us in for her husband to live.
And then we make it so that he doesn't live. Is that our goal now?
Actually,
Dear, oh wow, that is
the objective in the memory is to make the doctor kill David. So you have to rotate the left stick to rewind, and you can hold right button to rewind exceptionally quickly. So we have to remix this memory in such a fashion that
She thinks her
she
husband.
thinks
Is,
David is dead.
this is a really cool feature, but
That's kind of fucked, yeah. This
Yeah,
one
it's
is the
very-
worst by far. Like, if only because of the fact that she never shows any remorse over it. The main character doesn't.
is that part of the memory remixing though?
Yeah, you change small details. You can't change the whole thing. You just change small set points, which actually change the cutscene as you go. In this one, there are only 2 results, but it's possible in later memory remixes to do a lot of different things with it.
Schedule more treatments.
So, it's being remixed according to... This is like the tutorial level.
Okay.
So there isn't too much we're going to be able to do. Basically, if you alter everything you can, it'll do it. In later remixes, it actually becomes a little bit of a thinking puzzle.
Okay, so she's still convinced that he's gonna live right now.
So now we have to retry.
You
Like,
messed
you
up.
just keep doing it until you do it. There is no failure condition for these.
Okay.
Well, there is one, but even then, it just has you rewind past it. So if you rewind past a glitch, it'll fix the glitch. So you have to work from the front forwards to be
Okay.
able to have as many glitches as you can. So as you can see, there are a couple of little like glitchy things going on as we rewind quickly. And here's the end of it.
This is for you, David.
The very beginning of the memory. Other times, the memory will start a little bit earlier in the actual cutscene. So you can actually fast forward a little bit by rotating the left thumbstick as well.
Okay. So you were looking for a little.
I was looking
glitch
for a
there.
glitch. I thought I saw one, nothing there. Also, you can make Quaid kind of like fuck around a bit. So, I was pretty sure that there was going to be a glitch here, but no, that one comes up later. So, we just kind of see, you know, Quaid's okay, he's messing around with things, fast forwarding a little bit, trying to find anything at all. Come on, where is it? There it is.
Yeah.
There
so
we go. So,
you gotta mess with the injection.
yeah, you gotta mess with the injection to choose the red one instead of the blue one. Why the fuck the red one is in there, I have no idea.
Let's see. Let's
Let's put a
put
bunch
some-
of sedatives and one full of heroin. So, as you can see, there's a glitch in the trolley there. If you move that, Dr. Quaid will just hit the trolley later. If you
Okay.
glitch the ping machine, it will literally go ping.
Oh,
It'll
that's
make like ding once.
Good
That's
feature.
all the glitch does.
Here.
So here, he's just injected him with red stuff instead. And there it is. You can also reverse the memory flux. If you do that, his corrupted memories go into Olga and she dies.
Hey.
In her own memory.
Hey.
Which would kill her in real life.
Ooh.
Right. Like, because you can't remember you're dead. Doesn't work that way. The brain, like, struggles to find a...
Let's see.
reason
So
that should
I actually am dead right now.
Yeah, I'm a ghost hunting you, if I remember
Does
correctly.
not compute.
Okay, so basically, things continue. He starts getting, like, increased heart rate. He starts freaking out. His images on the screen become, like, Leaper-esque. And then you can take off his anesthetic mask.
Ooh, that would be very mean.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you do that. Oh,
We have
God.
to. It's part of it. By the
and
way,
then
it isn't just to
unstrap
make
the arm.
David... Exactly. That's exactly what we do, and that's the last glitch. Also, Leaper memory still on screen the whole time. Oh, he's even getting Leaper speech. And they have a gun built into the ceiling with laser sights. Just above the bed. Because why not?
You gotta be safe, right?
So if we undo the strap, he'll actually try to grab Dr. Quaid. And Quaid flips the fuck out. And he's just like, well, this is pretty fucked. Let's go ahead and end this.
The terminate button.
Also, the filthy degenerate die line, she's imagining that technically. Like, that's how she thinks Dr. Quaid will act, given the situation. So she clearly doesn't think much of him.
Yeah, I don't either, but...
Yeah, Dr. Quaid's not the greatest guy. And I say that with, like, the greatest understatement of the year award.
Okay.
For what we find out later. Slight spoilers, but come on, look at the guy. How the fuck is he not evil?
Yeah, no, that's true.
Like, it is... They could have stamped it on his forehead, but they would have rather used sensing technology for that, so they decided to cut it out. So yeah, we cut to Olga. She's still got us at knife point.
I'm not here to take you in.
And she pulls a 180, and is now here to help us take down Memorize, because she thinks they killed her husband.
Interesting.
Through the use of their technology. Oh, and Tommy doesn't fucking get it, even though he's known us doing this for years. She's just like, shut the fuck up, Tommy.
I know Olga has her own reasons. Actually, just the one reason.
The great Olga Sedova siding with the errorist revolution. Must be something in the water.
Last time I took you in,
Dramatically taking off the patch. Apparently she's forgotten taking the bounty, too.
just because you're not on my list.
That's good.
Because what I think it's sort of suggested by this game, by the way, Nilin's like, holy shit, I can remix memories. With this glove.
Wait, so it was kind of just a reflexive grab or something?
Exactly. She's like, she did that out of reflex, and then just started like fucking with it because she could. Like, it was all instinct.
Oh, I got better than ideas.
Okay, so yeah, we have to get inside the San Michel Comfortress.
The what?
Comfortress. It is a mixture of comfort and fortress. At least I'm pretty sure that's what it's supposed to be.
That's the Nilin I know.
Okay, that's really awesome.
Yeah.
Nobody can turn heads quite like you.
It's just a really influential district.
Me? Then you ruin my little business. You want a love-hate
Like the
relationship, you got one.
the dialogue sync is a bit weird there because I think it was in French.
Yeah,
They didn't really bother to resync it for some scenes. Like it was close enough.
And I'm guessing.
Nilin's... What? Go ahead.
So I'm guessing that also the animations are for the French voiceover, right?
Well, like they changed some of them. Like where they get close-ups, they've actually bothered to remake some of it. But where they don't think you'll be paying attention, some of like the dialogue is not perfectly lip-synced. Or
Okay.
maybe that's just a mistake on the part of the animators.
Yeah,
It's
possibly.
possible. Like lip syncing is really, really hard.
Yeah. There was some.
And then
I
Tommy's
mean,
like, "Well, my bar's fucked. Let me get to cleaning up." Because all of his patrons are just gone because he had to kick them out because Nilin showed up.
Mhm.
And you can't have public enemy number 1 in there. So,
but you kind of just stroll around and start talking to him first. Right?
yeah, exactly. So we get a quote and then the episode ends. That's the end of episode 1.
Huh.
So, yeah, you got the general gist of it.
I mean, it seems like an interesting game. Kind of. The combat could be interesting. The plot could be interesting.
Both of them sort of kind of get stale, but have enough possibilities that they don't quite reach there. Like, I think the game wanted to be longer, like I told you before we started.
Yeah.
And there will be reasons for this that I kind of show later, but I think that if it were longer, it would have overstayed its welcome. So it kind of found a happy niche between being way too short and being too long for what it's able to do. Whether by intention or by accident.
Okay, that's fair. And also, I could see that the combat might get stale after, or being on hard mode, because you have to do several repetitions.
Yeah, plus the easy way to take damage can make that a little bit difficult. But the fact that you can heal health by hitting things mitigates that a little bit. Yeah, but the healing hits don't really deal nearly as much damage as the regular ones.
So you want to have a powerhouse combo, and then...
A healing combo, and then some other combos as well.
Okay.
Which we'll get into later. Anyway, so yeah, next time we're going to go commit mass murder.
Sounds good.